Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is LB the Realist. This is Surrealistic Studios once again. I just want to do a quick video on this whole situation with Jordan Chariton, TYT, and this young lady named Carly Hammond. I'm not going to give you too much of it because honestly, it's too much. I wanted to come out here and give you guys a really good video on my opinion and what I think is going on and what they said and what she said, what he said. But honestly, the whole situation is just so messy and it sucks so much. And honestly, not only is the situation messy and it sucks, but it's just not that important in relation to all the other shit we got going on. So, and that's not to say that the issues of sexual assault and rape are not important. I'm not saying that at all. Those issues are important, but this issue is not that issue. And let me explain why I believe that. Now, for those of you that don't know, Jordan Chariton was fired from TYT. Jordan Chariton was fired from the Young Turks because of a situation that involved him misusing Young Turk funds, and also the way he goes about managing. You cannot have sexual relations with your employees, you know, when they're your employees and you're the employer, you know, and especially if you're on the clock. Now, I'm not sure if he was exactly on the clock or if he wasn't on the clock. I'm not sure how that works with Jordan, because honestly, I believe, I mean, if I'm in my bed, then I'm off the clock. What goes down on my bed is none of the fucking TYT's concern, right? But I don't know, right? Excuse me. So anyways, this whole situation is just ugly. He got fired for those two reasons, like I said, I believe for misappropriating funds for his own company, Truth Against the Machine, or which they call Tatum for short. But mostly it was for the safety of the rest of the staff of the Young Turks, basically, because how Jordan was using his, I guess, stature. I don't know if it was using his stature to get laid or if it was using his stature just, you know, just the fact that he was having sex and he was a manager and she was his employee. So this young lady named Carly Hammond comes out on the Tim Black show and she tells her story. She gives her background for like an hour and a half, and then she finally tells the story of what happened involving the hot tub incident, where things get hot and heavy, a little frisky. Alcohol is involved. Jordan ends up going upstairs or whatever to his room, and from what I understand, somebody tells Ty, the cameraman, to go wake him up so that him and Carly could, you know, and everyone was into it. From all accounts, everyone was very much into it at first, and then it got to a point where Carly wasn't into it. And honestly, you can watch everything yourself. I'm not going to get too much into it, but the reasons why I believe that she stopped being into it is because she was fucking married and she felt bad about it. During this whole time, she was married. She admitted to having consensual sex with Jordan Chariton after the fact. You know, and she never told anybody about this incident, until it came out on the Tim Black show, or until the Huff Post articles came out, and then she went on Tim Black show and told the story. So this whole situation is ugly, but from what you guys can watch it yourself, it's like 2.5 hours long. You can even tell Tim Black was getting fucking tired. He was like, come on, like, Jesus. He was trying to help her, like trying to usher her along. Okay, so you went to this and then it happened, like, okay, like, get to the story. Like, anyways, she had some things to say that just threw me way the hell off. She made a lot of accusations. She claimed that Jordan Chariton talks shit about the Young Turks all the time. She claimed that he talks shit about Kyle. She needlessly brought Kyle Kalinske into the situation. I was like, why the fuck is she throwing Kyle's name into it? She threw his name, was talking about Jordan, was talking all this shit about Kyle Kalinske, saying how he looked like something, I forget, a lesbian or something like that. Like, why are you throwing this man's name into the mix? The reason why I'm saying this is because to me, it seemed as though she was trying to paint a picture of Jordan Chariton. And it's like, why are you doing that if the issue at hand is you feeling sexually assaulted or raped. Why are you throwing that into the mix? That doesn't make any sense. The whole time she just sounded jealous, angry, and confused because she was married at this whole time. She's been messing around with Jordan Chariton and who knows who else. I'm not trying to judge. You can do whatever you want with your body. For the context of this conversation, she was messing around with Jordan Chariton, but she was married at the same time. She had I believe a husband back in New York, I believe is where she lived. So she would tell the story of how Jordan Chariton would be talking to another girl and how she would feel a certain way about it. Like, you know, how he would do it right in front of her. And it was like, well, what the hell? Are you with him or not? You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't. She was fucking married. So this whole situation goes down in the hot tub. I'm not going to bore you with the details. Figure it out yourself. Long story short, things get frisky in the hot tub. She asks Ty to go, Jordan Chariton's cameraman, to go wake Jordan up because he had went upstairs to go to sleep. He went to the room to go mind his own business. And she comes somewhere along the line. I don't remember how it happens. That's why I'm not giving you too many details. But somewhere in the story, she gets up and goes and gets in the bed with him naked. And like I said, she had consensual sex with him twice after the fact. And I'm not trying to buy this shit. I'm not buying this shit about how she's some kind of delicate fucking flower that was put into a situation where she couldn't say no. Or she couldn't get herself. Because at one point she claims that... I know I'm jumping around. Just bear with me. At one point she claims that another chick that was there, her name is Chelsea Lyons, which is one of Jordan's friends. They're all friends up until that point, at least. Chelsea Lyons was there. At some point, she gets on top of Carly, and she starts kissing her. And Carly's like, she can't do anything about it. She says she's in a trance, or she's in some kind of state where she can't move. She can't push her off of her. She can't do anything, right? Almost as if she's drugged. She's trying to paint a picture as if she's totally helpless. She does say that Carly had her hands up like this, and she couldn't move her hands, but that's it? Like, you didn't yell no? She said she couldn't do anything. It was like she was watching everything from a distance or something like that. So already that just doesn't seem right to me unless you're taking drugs. Like, were you on a date rape, or was this just alcohol? Because she claims that she's been drunk plenty of times before. She's been at house parties. She's been drunk with her friends. That's not new to her. She's 21 years old at the time, so she's very much so an adult. She's hell of an adult. She's 21. You're an adult when you're 18. You can go off to war and kill yourself or get blown up or get shot. Yeah, we all know the fucked up laws about drinking and smoking when you come back. We all know those laws they're stupid as hell. But the fact of the matter is, you're an adult when you're 18 years old. She was 21. She knew exactly what she was doing. She had been drunk before. She was married at the time of the incident. She got into all this hot and heavy mess, decided that Jordan Chariton was not the man she thought he was, knew that she couldn't be in a relationship with him, felt bad about it, went to her boyfriend, told him about it. Her boyfriend, according to her, was the first person that said, that's rape. That's rape. So now all of a sudden, that's how we get these rape and sexual assault allegations. Again, I'm not going to bore you with the details. There's more stuff that happens in the hot tub that leads on to the room. But things to take note of, when the things were going down, Jordan Chariton, by her own words, ate her out and put his fingers in her. And when she told him to stop, which she finally said stop and no, he did. She said he heard panic in his voice. Yeah, because you're gonna do some shit like this. Now, people, I'm really trying to be sensitive. I'm not trying to be a dick. I know that there's actual cases of rape and sexual assault. I know that women are sometimes put in situations where if they say no, they feel as though their life is in danger. I totally understand that. This was not that situation. I understand that there's situations where you know, you're an employee and you're with your employer, and he has a certain, or he or she has a certain level of control or power over your career. I totally understand that, boo boo. But I don't believe that just because somebody has power over your career and you have a husband and you're clearly not feeling this person because of the way they are, I don't believe that you can go back and retroactively claim rape or sexual assault just because you knew you fucked up and cheated on your husband. That's not okay. That's not right. And furthermore, if you guys dive into the story a little bit, you might actually find out that it sounds like nobody did anything wrong, Jordan nor Ty. Ty was in the mix on top of her at one point in time. She told him no, or acted as though he didn't want her, and he got off for her too. But if there was anybody that was more of a sexual aggressor, by Carly's own words, it might have been Chelsea. And I'll let you guys, you know, be the judge of that yourselves. Again, this is still going on. They're still investigating this stuff. We're just asking questions and speculating at this point. But to me, overall, it sounds like this Carly chick was getting hot and heavy, and once she decided that she didn't want to be a part of it anymore, she stalled and tried to make it seem as though she was into it, and then she really wasn't, and then now she's retroactively claiming that she wasn't into it the whole time. She's acting as though she was taken advantage of, and that's the part that I don't like. Own your shit. And when you come out and you tell your story, don't say, oh yeah, it was my fault, but yeah, it was still sexual assault and I feel like they took it. No, own your shit. You put yourself in that situation. Nobody forced you to do anything you didn't want to do. You know what being freaky is. You know what alcohol is. So stall me out with all the delicate flower stuff. There's actual cases of women being taken advantage of. There's actual cases of rape. There's actual cases of women that want no part of anything that you've described, and they're still taken advantage of. Can we please focus on that instead of tearing down Jordan Chariton? Now, I have no allegiances to Jordan Chariton. I believe the brother did good work for Standing Rock, for Flint, Michigan, for the water crisis in general. Now, there have been some claims from other commentators out there that I found just crazy. But if they're true, like, damn. And I don't like to do the rumor thing, you know. So I'm not gonna speculate on that. I'm sorry I even brought it up. But yeah, this is crazy. I guess there have been some people that came out and spoke against Jordan Chariton. I didn't watch all of them. I watched most of one with Taylor Lee Raines and H.A. Goodman, where she describes that at least two other people had told her about stories regarding Jordan that involved emotional abuse, intimidation, and manipulation, possible blackmail. And also, I've heard in Nico House's channel that he knows people that have actually had similar situations take place. So I don't know what the hell is going on, y'all. I'm just reporting to you what I'm hearing, what I'm reading. This is just all coming to grips now. I mean, it took me a minute to come out and say something about it, but this is crazy. She accuses Jordan of sexism, racism, bullying, being a fake, being insecure, narcissistic. She says he's a sexual predator. Whoa! Oh yeah, and sells people dreams. Abuses and uses other people and sells them dreams. She also says, oh no. Yeah. That's it. He uses and abuses people and sells them dreams. But I also wanted to let it be known that she also stated, now this is Carly Hammond speaking, she stated that there had been no sexual advances from Jordan before that incident. So, last but not least, look, I'm not going to call Jordan a rapist. I'm not going to call him a sexual assaultist or a sexual misconductist or whatever you want to say. New information will come out, I'm sure. And if it does come out and it's totally 180 from what I thought, then I will come out and make the necessary adjustments. Until then, don't sue me. This is all speculation. Nothing that I said in this video is actually 100%, because you know what they say about the truth. Somebody say the truth, somebody say the truth, and it's somewhere in the middle. That's most likely what the case is here. So until next time, you guys, and remember to love from your heart. Love each other, man. Love. All this hate. Peace from the west to the east, north to the south. And chicken grease, y'all. Man. Keep fighting, progressives.